Welcome to your source for research, innovation, news, insights, and commentary. This is your Research Business Daily Report, where we're sponsored today and this week by Decision Analyst, helping companies build stronger brands through advanced analytics. I wanted to share with you today a portion of the Impact blog. It's written by Impact Learning Systems International's Monica Postell. In it, she effectively proposes, I thought, that customer effort should be the next essential customer experience metric. And here's her explanation. She prefers, when she has a problem with a product and service, to manually enter the customer service issue on the web. But over and over again, she's finding something that was also recently highlighted in an executive board study. Namely, in that study, 57% say when they need to make a web complaint, they find themselves being switched to the telephone in order to register their problem. In that same study, 56% said that they were being transferred during their conversations, which they found quite irritating. Quoting Postell, few things say we don't care quite as effectively as making the customer call back repeatedly in order to resolve an issue, end of quote. Thus, for her, the lower the customer effort expended to get a problem resolved, the greater the impact of that metric. Interesting idea. Next, Rentrak made huge strides last week with its multi-year StationView Essentials contract agreement with CBS and the CBS Sports Network. In the announcement, CBS Corporation CRO David Poltrak pointed to the need in TV advertising to amass viewing data and product purchase data into a comprehensive evaluation. He was drawn to Rentrak's analytic solutions and single source framework that he said, quote, will lead to more effective use of the television medium and documentation of that effectiveness, end of quote. Finally, on yesterday's RBDR, we brought attention to the pace of market research innovation, which some find way too much to deal with. Today, one of our friends at InsightFarm Kelley Styring shares a slightly different point of view about innovation in an RBDR 2 minutes with commentary.
I think there's been some emotional swirl around the numbers of new tools coming our direction and our innate responsibility for conveying those both to our clients and our colleagues so they can be used well and used in the right context. This expectation isn't false, and the feelings that we're having are also very real. I don't think you have to look any further than yourself, your family, and your friends to see that the pace of technology is ridiculously fast right now. This is being driven, I think, by all the smart people working on it with great ideas that they want to put out there for us. The market is actually driving the pace of technology. The pace of technology is driving the innovation in our industry, and I think that's very real and something that we need to grapple with. I don't think that we'll deal with it any differently than we probably do in our personal life, and that'll vary from individual to individual. But I do think that there are a few tips that can help us work our way through it. The first is being open to new ideas. The media is making more people aware of technologies and tools that can be used in our industry than ever before. I think this is a good thing. I think it's going to drive demand for our services. At the same time, people are going to be coming to you with tools that potentially you've never heard of and definitely things you've never used. So the first thing to do, I think, is be very open to it and ask questions about it and say, why does it intrigue you? Treat it almost like a research problem when someone comes to you with a new tool and learn and discover together. The second is agree that we have mutual uncertainty. I've never heard of the tool. I've never used the tool. You've never heard the tool. There's certainly a lot of uncertainty around that. So I think that acknowledging that is the first step toward collaboration. The next phase, I think, is working to integrate some of these new tools and test them out. Again, treat it like a research project. Test out new tools in the context of something familiar. I can give you an example. I have done quite a bit of mobile research, but it's never standalone. It's always in the context of either a qualitative project or a larger survey, so that my clients feel comfortable with the blanket that I wrap them in of what I absolutely know will work, while we experiment with something that they may not have tried before, even if I certainly have. And then finally, test every tool, kind of pressure test every new tool that comes along and say, in what way does this add value that we can't do in a way that we're more familiar with and know how to do better with more certainty or more productive outcomes? I think pressure testing things and integrating them in ways that make sense is the way to go. The last thing that we want to do is be resistant to technology, because Evolution and progress and change is inevitable. In fact, it's the only constant that we have in the equation of our industry. So
thanks again, Kelley. We look forward to hearing from you in the near future. If you'd like to reach out to Kelley, she's at kelley.styring@InsightFarm.com, one of the smartest people in our industry. That's your Research Business Daily Report, sponsored by Decision Analyst, helping companies build stronger brands through advanced analytics. Decision Analyst President and CEO Jerry Thomas has put together a new thought piece about brand strategy, which he describes as a constant in a world of change. We have multiple links set up for it, one in our email to RBDR subscribers and also in the content box underneath today's video. So check it out. Have a great research day, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here with us tomorrow.